All right, number 4. Here we go. Lots of pouches, lots of coins in this case. So this side has more pouches, this side has less pouches, this side has more coins, this side has less coins. So this is 6 pouches, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. So this is 15 coins. And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 coins, but then 4 pouches over here. Okay, so remember our first move was getting rid of those pouches on both sides. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So those are gone. Then I'd remove these 15. So here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm left with 2 pouches equals 4 coins. Okay? If you recall, our next step was we had to figure out what's going to be in which one. So we would do 4 divided by 2, which we know is 2. So that means that we're going to have 1 pouch is equal to 2 coins. Okay? So here we go. 1 pouch equals 2 coins. Okay, so let's test it in our equation format. All right. So for number 4, I see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pouches. So that's going to be 6x. And what did we say that was? That was 15 plus 15 is equal to, oops, how many pouches? So 4 pouches, and we said this was 19. All right, so that's the structure of our equation. So if you recall, the very first thing we did is we began to remove this work here. We got rid of the x's, right? So minus 4x and minus 4x. This was gone. 6x minus 4x is 2x. I'm going to bring down my plus 15, and then my 19 comes over. I can drop that plus sign because it's positive. I don't need that. It's not plus anything anymore. Then I'm going to take my minus the 15 on both sides. Minus 15, minus 15. This is going to be gone. 2x equals 19 minus 15. That's going to give me 4 and 0. So there's that. And I divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 2. All right, so let's check that. So we said x equals 2. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to have 2 in all these here. So there's going to be a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That's what this side equals. And this one's going to be 2, 2, 2, and 2. So if I recall, this was 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27. That checks. All right, let's come back to this guy. So I'm going to take this exact same thing, but put the 2's in there. So 6 times 2 plus 15 is equal to 4 times 2 plus 19. Okay, so 6 times 2 is 12 plus 15. Well, 2 plus 5 is 7. 1 plus 1 is 2, so there's that 27. And over here we've got 4 times 2 is 8 plus 19. 8 times 9 is going to be 17. Carry that 1 and that 2, and that checks as well. So these completely check. All right, 7th grade. Hope that makes sense. We're going to take our time, go slowly through this, make sure we get it. But we're going to take a little bit of a shift here when we look at number 5 on part A. They're going to ask us to go back and see if we can create some equivalent expressions like we explained at the very, very beginning of the video for when we go back through 1 through 4. Let's take a look. So for number 5, it says, describe 2 situations in question A for which you could write more than one equation to represent the situation. So I'm going to write all of them down, the equation form again, just like we did. So let's do that here. So for we had 1, we had 4x plus 2 equals 8. And then 2, we had 3x plus 6 equals 12. For 3, we had 3x plus 3 equals 2x plus 9. And 4, we had 6x plus 15 equals 4x plus 19. Okay, so if you recall, what we're looking for here, like we did at the very beginning, we're looking to see, is there a common factor that we could divide out of both of these? In this case, they divided out of 2, because 2 goes into 2 one time and 2 goes into 4 2 times. So we divided out of 2 and then put what was remaining inside the parentheses. So let's see if we can look at that here for this one. So in this particular case, again, hey, kind of a shortcut. We have a 4 and a 2 going in. We actually could do that. Now we would just do this on one side of the equation. We would not do this on both sides of the equation. So I'm saying between a 4 and a 2, if we can't remember the factors, I can see that from my factors of 4, that would equal 1 times 4 and 2. Let's do that again. Equal 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. And for 2, we basically get a 1 times 2. So you can see the greatest common factor there is going to be 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide out a 2 in both of those cases. So I'm going to put a 2 outside. Now this is going to be a little bit of a new experience for us here because we're working more and more with these variables. But what I would do is I would do 4x divided by 2. Now don't think about the x so much. 4 divided by 2 would give me a 2. And then there's x divided by 1. There's not another x there, so we leave it that case, so the x would come in. And then we put our plus sign. And then same thing here, we're dividing 2 out, so I would do 2 divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2, we know is going to be 1, and that would be that. And that's how that would work for that one. Okay? Next one. 3 and the 6. Let's look closely at that one here. So what we could do is we could actually go in and work with that here. And I see the 3 and the 6. 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 6 two times. So let's factor out a 3. So in this case, I would do 3x divided by 3. Now look, 3 over 3 becomes 1, and then x would be left over, so I can just put a plain old x. My plus sign, then I would do a 6 divided by 3, and you can see that would give me a 2, which would equal 12. Number 3. Ooh, I've got a 3 and a 3. That's pretty straightforward. I'm going to divide out a 3 over here. So 3x divided by 3, it's going to give me a plain old 1, which will give me just that plain old x here, plus, and then 3 divided by 3 is going to give me 1 here. And there's nothing I can do on this side, so that doesn't change anything. I can't divide anything out there, so basically I leave that just as it is. And then our last one, 6 and 15. You think about that. I'm not sure if I recall. Some of you might get it right away, but if I do 6, I would have a 1 times 6 and a 2 times 3. My 15 would be a 1 times 15 and a 3 times 5. Hey, look at that. The 3 is what's there, so I'm going to divide out a 3. So 3 would come out. 6x divided by 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. My x is just going to be there, so I'd put a 2x plus, then 15 divided by 3. It's going to give me a 5, and that would be there. Nothing I can do with the 4 and the 19, so 4x plus 19. All right, hopefully that's making sense. Hopefully that helps. I know it's new. We're going to take our time and work through this, but yeah, hope it'll work.